What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 2nd Street. I hope you're all having a very good day today. It's New Comic Book Wednesday, and today I am going to go over my comic book haul and get into some reviews for you guys as well. Now, in case you don't already know, every single Wednesday is New Comic Book Wednesday. New comic books hit the shelves of local comic book shops. And, a lot of people go out there, if you're reading comics, get a pull list. And what a pull list does is it guarantees that you're going to have books sitting there at the shop waiting for you. So you don't have to go in there and fight the crowds for that book that's very popular that everybody's looking for right now. I know a lot of people reading some different books out there. I mean, that Keanu Reeves one, that Berserker, man, it's been pretty popular. What about Something is Killing the Children? Do you want to talk about that? That's a book that's been very popular. They're getting ready to come out with a new series as well. What's it going to be called? Like The House of Slaughter or some crap like that? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Either way, if you don't know, you need to get in the know. There's a lot of good books out there. We're going to talk about some comic books today as well. Some good ones. Some good ones and some that, well, I guess I don't really know because didn't read them yet. But I've got most of them read so far. But thank you all so much for being here today. Now, while you are here hanging out in these live streams, and why you want to be here for them, is to acquire this thing we got called Myrtle. You acquire Myrtle by hanging out here on the live streams, even if you're just lurking and you're subscribed to the channel. You acquire Myrtle. Myrtle helps you get entered into some of the giveaways that we're going to do here on this channel. You got to purchase these tickets for it, and purchasing these tickets is kind of what gets you entered into the giveaways for these things. So, and you have purchased those tickets with your Myrtle that you acquired. So, you get a little bit extra. You get a little bit of extra Myrtle when you interact with all of these cool, great folks that you see here in the live chat as well. You get a little bit extra when you're interacting with them. So, yeah, make sure you do that. Some of the things that we have that we're giving away this go around is we've got these books right here. We've got Dead End Kids. This is the trade paperback. This is written by Frank Gogol. It's signed by him as well. You can see that little signature right there. That's not how the comic book came. It's got a signature, and it's a good book. We also got, if you like Power Rangers, we got Power Rangers Unlimited also signed by Frank Gogol. Oh, yeah, got that one as well. Look, we also got this as well. Canto 3, Lionhearted, issue number 1, signed by the writer David Boer himself. Very nice book. And another, again, we've got another copy here of Two Stories by Zarek Award-winning cartoonist Joshua Kimball. This is an absolutely great book, so we're giving another copy of that away as well. But thank you all so much for being here today. Let's see who all we've got in the chats. We've got a few great people here. It looks like we've got my man Reefer Man Reviews. Jedi Jen, thank you so much for being here. Alloys Doddle as well. Daniel Fisher, how are you doing this morning? And let's see, everybody's saying what's up. We got Nikki in the house. How are you doing? So, Jedi Jen says, I am a master lurker. All right. Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Many people are. There's a lot of people out there. You know what? Like, you know who's the king of lurking? That's Perry over at Perry Comics. He taught us all the ways of lurking. Yeah. Let's see. We also got Star Wars Santa in the building. Says working on debugging some code. All right. Dang, Santa's all up in the Matrix, taking care of stuff. All right. Finally home from camping, says Reefer Man. Nice. So one of the first books that I want to talk about here today is AWA Upshot. They have this new number 1 called Not All Robots. This book is written by Mark Russell. It's got art by Mike Deodato Jr., colors by Lee Lowridge, and it is lettered by Steve Wands. I will show you those names right there. Again, this is one that is set very much feels like what's going on in the AWA Upshot universe. This feels like one of those kinds of stories you probably like kind of a cyberpunk kind of story where you see like the robots are basically all in control. It reminds me also a little bit of, like, imagine, God, what was that, from the Matrix? Ooh, right here. It reminds me of that story, if you ever watched the Animatrix from the second Renaissance. Right here, it was called, the story called Bits and Pieces of Information. bits and pieces of information, and this is a story in here about how these you probably remember it. The robots kind of took over. They were kind of out there doing the work for the humans, being human servants and all that kinds of stuff. And then remember, the one robot went and killed its master. Well, this the story takes place in here, just like in the Animatrix. And this story is very, very reminiscent of that, in which we see pretty much that things are being run by robots. Like there's like the human families all have a lot of them have a robot that goes out and does the manual labor, earns the money for the family to basically to support them. And then like you can see like one situation in here we got with the robot is the one is basically there going to work, providing for the family. You can see like the father is all like cucked. He's like, oh my God, like we gotta care for the robot. The robot has feelings. And the rest of the family's like, man, like I don't know, man, like that robot's like, man, that robot messed up. Like there's something wrong with the robot. And you can see like it's a pretty good book, like getting into it here in this first issue. But you also see like where like his wife is sitting there like it's weird, like the robot goes and then like just comes and just once it gets home, slams the door, goes into the garage and hangs out and doesn't ever come out and interact with us or want anything to do. Like we don't know what he's planning. What's the deal? Like does he hate us? Like is he planning to try to kill us all and everything? And it's pretty interesting getting in there with just seeing that. Like I said, it kind of really reminds me of that story from the Second Renaissance in the Animatrix. And then we also see how what's going on though is basically all humans and everything are living in these bubbles in this city. So it's kind of reminiscent of like a lot of different things you've probably read or seen out there in like in like this cyberpunk kind of world. And then here we even got like this talk show that's hosted by this robot. And this robot's on there, you know, his discussion panel is a robot, who he himself is a robot, and even a woman as well, who's one of the other commentators on there, and they're talking about, you know, just like the I don't know, kind of, I guess you could say the divided class between like the robots and everything and the humans, and just kind of how everything is with those kind of things, their relations, if you will. And I don't know, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty funny seeing some of the just kind of the interactions and everything in here, as you know, like the robots have kind of got AI and they're thinking for themselves and they're doing jobs and everything, while the humans basically just sit at home. And you can see that like this one particular robot is the one in question here is kind of like, you know what, like F this is messed up. Like I go and these people like he's kind of thinking the same thing that they're thinking about him, right? You know what I mean? Because it's all kind of a weird situation for both of them, right? I don't know. Pretty funny book. Really did enjoy this first issue on here. Again, that's on AWA Upshot. That is Not All Robots. Not All Robots. Very good one. Now another one just came out as well on Aftershock Comics today. We've got Out of Body issue number 3. This one is written by Peter Milligan. It's got art by Inaki Miranda. Ava Dela Cruz is the colorist, and Sal Cipriano is the letterer. I'll show you those names right there. You can drink that in. The names there. Now, Out of Body is about this guy who he basically got mugged coming out of a bar one night after hanging out with somebody he knows, a friend, if you will. And he ends up getting mugged, like somebody tried to kill him. But you can see that he's in the hospital in a coma. But he's got like his astral being is going out and trying to figure out what's going on with him, because he's getting ready to die. And there's this other like psychic, if you will, or necromancer. There you go. Yeah. That is like kind of this guardian of souls and like reaching out to people, and she's kind of distressed by him and you know, trying to help him out on his journey into the afterlife or to not die, because she could see that he's not exactly in a position, but now he's at the point where his something's going on with his insurance and it's being very expensive to keep in the hospital, and they're going to pull the plug on him unless they can come up with the money to keep him, you know, on the life support and stuff like that. So he's going through there trying to figure out also what's going on with his life. He's had different people come in and visit him, and he's there kind of listening in on what's going on. Like, hey man, like why are they here? Like, what, kind of questioning every little thing that's going on here, everybody's motives and everything. It's been a very interesting book, but we can also see there's actually somebody else out there trying to get his body so they can use it. Like, they want him to die so they can use it. And that's, you know, kind of some other crazy, like, really weird body horror stuff that we got going on here. I'm not gonna, it's weird, right? It's weird. Very, I don't know, just a very good book, and I like the way things really picked up here in this issue number 3. Can't wait to read issue number 4 next month of Out of Body. Definitely one I would say to check out. Definitely one I would recommend reading. Definitely one I'd recommend reading. Now, these next couple that I've got here are very, I don't know. I would say they're very much the same, but they're not the same. Because what we're talking about here is one on Dark Horse Comics. That's Cyberpunk 2077, right? This is You Have My Word. Now, the thing about this, like, man, they've got some gaps putting this book out, man. Like, this book was like, it came out, I think the first issue came out like a couple months ago, maybe like 3 months ago. I don't know. This next one, like this one, came out today, issue number 2 of 4. And then here in the very back, it says the next one's going to be on sale on October 27th, issue number 7. Like, that's okay. Okay. I don't know. But anyway, this one right here is the stories by Bartosz Stybor, and the art and standard cover by Jesus Hervas. Colors by Julia Brusco. I know I butchered that. I'm going to show you the names. And lettered by Frank Svetkovic. Variant covers by Matea de Ilias. I butchered those names. Look, you say those names and tell me how to not butcher them, okay? That's why I'm showing you their names. This story is kind of interesting. You know, obviously, if you know the world of cyberpunk, people have, you know, cybernetic things that they're upgrading their bodies with and everything, and we kind of see that's what's going on here in this in Night City. And we got a story here of a girl that got killed, and her friend reached out to her mother, and she's now going into the city to find out what's going on with her daughter. It's been, I don't know, all the stories I've read out of the cyberpunk of the comic books has been pretty good. They had a trade paperback that came out not too long ago. It was okay. It was okay. I didn't like it as much as the first series that they put out, which was Cyberpunk 2077 Trauma Team, which was a great book written by Colin Bunn. Yeah, imagine that. It was a good book written by Colin Bunn. So yeah, he does a lot of horror stuff. He's been on fire here lately. But getting into this book, I mean, the art here in this book, not too bad. In spots and other spots, it kind of changes it up a little bit. I've really kind of enjoyed this story. I just wish they would hurry up and put 4 issues out. It should take, you know, month, you know, like 4 months. But here you're dragging it out and making it like a year or something. Maybe by the time we get issue number 4, like, come on. I'm kidding. It won't be a year, but it's gonna be close. Like, come on. If you think about it, every other month, like, you're still going 8 months. If you went every other month, right? You're talking about 8 months for 4 issues. Like, But also out this week is Blade Runner 2029 on Titan Comics. This one written by Mike Johnson, art by Andres Guinaldo, colors by Mark Lesko, and lettered by the hardworking Jim Campbell right here. This is the second book in this second arc of this Blade Runner series, where they started off with Blade Runner 2019, it went for like 12 issues. I want to say it was like 12 issues. And then it started with Blade Runner 2029 just 6 issues ago. And they're only in 4-issue arcs. This story has been telling... they've also got another series out, like Blade Runner Origins. Haven't been reading it. But this one right here has been following this particular Blade Runner known as Anna Ashina. And kind of at this point in her life, she's not working for the police and the Blade Runners or doing any of that. She also has some, I wouldn't say allegiances, but I would say some acquaintances in things like that in kind of the Blade Runner underground of people like who were out there who like not the full-on radicals that she's been dealing with here. All the full these Nexus how would you say beings, if you will, the Nexus 8s. Yeah, there we go. The Nexus 8 models, the replicants. There you go. And so here we've got like a group of them who are out, you know, fighting back. And what's happened was they had this dam, this wall that they had put up to keep the city from the water just coming in, and they're in like the Los Angeles area. And here we've got an underground rogue operation of these replicants who blew the dam, flooded the city, and it turns out they've got their base under basically this garbage area where all the garbage collects, you know, their dump site. And so that's where these replicants have been hanging out and kind of growing their empire. And here you can see they've got different things going on all around the city to try and bring an end to, you know, like humanity. You know, like they just want to overtake humanity because the humans obviously don't get along with them. But in the middle of it all is this detective Anna Ashina, who used to be part of like with the Blade Runners and everything. But like you know, everything's going on, right? Everything's going on. Everybody's caught up in their fields. And it's been a pretty good read, man. I've really enjoyed this story, the Blade Runner 2019 and 2029 series. Overall, definitely one I would suggest reading if you like Blade Runner, the whole world, and I don't know, just like cyberpunk altogether. You say cyberpunk, hey, count me in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right? That's how I feel about it. But then that's really that's all I've got as far as those. Now I've got one next. This next one I want to talk about is one like a lot of times, you know, I don't really do like the cover buys or anything, and a lot of times I would normally do these for cover buys because of Elvira right here. But this is Elvira meets Vincent Price, issue number 1 on Dynamite Comics. Now they had a photo variant of this, but I was like, you know what? I want to get some of the cartoony ones. And I've got a couple of the art ones as well back here in my collection of these. But it says right here in the beginning of this one. This one's actually written. The story is by David Abalone. The art is by Juan Samu and colors by Walter Pereira. I know I butchered that. And lettered by Taylor Esposito with Elizabeth Sherland. I'll show you those names right there. But it also tells you there at the very beginning how it takes place after Elvira's Omega Man. Elvira's Omega Man, and that was a Kickstarter project. I actually backed that one. Got it right over there. It takes place after that. But it also takes place after the events of The Shape of Elvira, which I believe was an 8-issue run, and after the events of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, which was 12 issues. And I have several of those, and I haven't really ever read them. I was getting, you know, because Elvira and just because the art and everything. And now, like, I finally actually got into this and read this series, and it made me go and finally read the Kickstarter one because I still hadn't read it. So I went ahead and read that, and then I read this as well. Very good stuff. I actually really liked this book right here. It really kind of gave me the feeling of like that movie, if you've ever seen Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And if you haven't seen Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, do yourself a favor. Go find this wherever you can. Preferably just go buy it. Go buy it on VHS if you can, right? Go get a DVD, Blu-ray, whatever you can of this movie. Even if you can only find it on digital, just go get it. Watch the movie. Don't rent it. Just buy it. It's Elvira. But it kind of really reminded me of that movie. Again, all over again. Just kind of the way she was talking, everything that's going on. Like she's still got her little punk rock dog and everything, dude. Like it was pretty hilarious where you see that they're there. Her and her agent are there pitching these ideas to this show idea to Deathflix, right here, right. And then later we see that I believe it's her same agent basically kind of takes and steals her idea. But in the meantime, you see her kind of in her dream here, getting kind of all tied up in this this pendulum swinging at her. And then in comes Vincent Price to save her. Vincent Price comes in to save her, and I don't know, like this book was actually really good. It really, like I said, it had that Elvira feel to it. It reminded me a little bit of the movie Mistress of the Dark. I mean, it just kind of had those vibes kind of all over it. I thought this book was pretty well written, and I actually really like the art in this book as well. So like I got done reading this and I'm like, dude, like I need to go back and read all of those other books. Now the good thing is about going back and reading them, is it's a little bit easier for me without having to go dig through my collection, because when I backed that crowdfunding book, they gave digital copies, a code to go onto Dynamite website and get digital copies of basically all the original books that came before this, so I could go read them on digital and just, like, you know, on my iPad, you know, instead of having to go get my greasy fingers all over my comic books, right? Hey, it's great, good stuff. But guys, that's all I've got for the comic books this week. Let me know down in the comments below what's on your comic book pull list this week, if any at all. I know there's plenty of other great books out there that people are enjoying. I don't really pull Marvel or DC much anymore. But yeah, let me know what's on your comic book pull list. I think there's another one I'm gonna have to. I'll probably get at the other comic book shop here, Horizon Comics, and that's Red Room issue number 3. I know that one comes out today as well. So yeah, let me know. Let me know. Let's get back here into the live chats and see what you are. See what you were all saying. See what everybody's got going on. All right. Trinity missing me in roll call. That's okay. He'll see it in an hour. Oh, did I miss you? Oh, I thought I said what's up, man. I thought I said what's up. Yeah, I might have. You know what? You're right. I think I did, man. Damn. Mike King Porter says Myrtle's reaction to the Venom 2 trailer is hilarious. Thank you, Mike. Mike King Porter. You know, that's one that your boy Myrtle's had that one planned for a while, but he finally got a chance to get it done. Star Wars MCU OG, thank you so much for being here. Well, saying that would make sense. You see me when I'm good or bad, so be good for goodness sake. Oh man, Variant Alloys, how you doing? What is up? Star Wars MCU OG says I'm arriving late, but glad I am getting to catch live. Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Yeah, I was actually even a little late. It was supposed to go at like 8:20, but I was a little late because I didn't realize that I forgot to upload my thumbnail, and I had to get that done. Need the right thumbnail. Yeah, on a different device. All right. Yeah. I hear you. Phone battery dying. I heard Blade Runner. Is the Blade Runner 2019 comics? Yeah. Blade Runner 2019 and even the new one. It's all kind of the same series. It's a continuation that is Blade Runner 2029. They're all kind of the same thing. Yeah. Very good stuff. I've enjoyed it. Reefer Man Review says I have pretty much all of the Elvira books for the same reason. For what same reason? I'll have to check, Reefer Man. I'll be honest with you, it's not very many. Like, on one of the series, I think one of them, well, which one was it? Is it Shape of Elvira that's like 8 issues, I think? I think I've got like 2. Maybe 3. But I think they might have some of my LCS still, too. And then on the Mistress of the Dark one, I think that one's a 12-issue series. I think I've got most of them, just like missing a couple at the beginning, maybe like 3. Yeah. I need to react to Myrtle reacting. Yeah. You know what? My man Kendall over at Normies to Nerds, man. He reacted to it live. He reacted to it. I told him there's a second reaction anybody's done to one of my videos. You being the other one. Star Wars says, confirmed. Trinity's watching top chat instead of live chat. Why? Why? What happened? Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, man. I hate it when they do. Why can't it just be on live chat by default? It should be on live chat. Yeah. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. You guys know what's going to happen. You guys know what's going to happen if you get me started. And look, we got nothing but a bunch of instigators here. Me and Myrtle were having a chat the other day, and we've been thinking about just changing the name of the channel members to the Instigators. The Instigators. Yeah. Y'all bad, man. Saturday night, y'all just like, and the thing is, like, you're like, oh, well, no. Like, no, like, you guys, like, there were people out there encouraging it. They were encouraging. They kept sending in money and stuff. That's encouraging behavior. You're enabling. You're an enabler. An enabler. You know what I'm saying? Enabler. Enablers. Yeah. Top chat is default, and I dislike that too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Don't like the don't like the default. Don't like the default. Don't like the no, it was on live chat. It was on live chat. I think earlier I just missed his chat. I think I just missed his chat altogether. Yeah. Probably I was just too busy flapping my gums. Chillmonger in the house. Yeah. What's up, man? Guys, go check out Chillmonger, man. Chillmonger's the man. Great channel. Great dude. You got to go check out his content, man. If you're not subscribed to Chillmonger, you know what? We're not doing it. I know. Look, y'all. These instigators in the chat was getting like, oh, he's gonna say it. Yeah. I have never instigated. Says, look. Yeah. Top chat is a Tony Stark sham. It is. It is too. He probably started that. It was probably him or it was probably his father, Howard Stark, who was like, I don't know. With the technology of my time, I can't do it. But I bet you Dr. Arnim Zola did it like 40 or 50 years earlier. Oh, anyway. Nikki says, the instigators or enablers? Yeah. Maybe both. Yeah, I mean, we could probably go with a little bit of both right there, huh? The instigating enablers? The instigating, yeah. Instigating enablers. Yeah, we are all variants. Now, you can say it if you're not subscribed, you can go kick rocks. Yeah, there you go. There, yeah, it does. Yeah, heck yeah. I need to get more in there. I need to spend a little more time and go in there and get some more links and stuff all in there like that. That's how you do it. Yeah. Oh man. So anyway, guys, I don't know that I really need to go much longer. I mean, I got these comic books. Is there any comic books or anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you guys are out there reading this week? Plenty of good things coming out. I mean, you seen, I got a relatively short list this week, and you know what? That's good. That's good. I'm thankful for having, you know, a week with a small list, because I've still got a few at the shop that I'm behind on that I need to go pick up. But yeah, other than that, what's been going on, guys? What's going on? Anything going on in the news or anything? Anything anybody wants to? Everybody talking about that Venom trailer still? People talking about Spider-Man getting killed in the Venom movie? Is that going to happen? I was thinking about all these. I was thinking about all these different kind of things the other day. Thinking about, we've got What If coming, and they're coming in. Like they recently said that, like what was it, the showrunners or whatever, the writers said that it's MCU canon. I'm like, why wouldn't it be? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't it be? Because if you think about it, what if? I mean, you're asking that. I mean, it's like could be out there. There's a million different scenarios you could come up with. It was funny the other day, especially because we're talking about the Captain Britain Corps coming into the MCU, and by way of Peggy Carter, and the way they're showing that in the What If and everything. And I remember, I think it was Stormy in the live chat over on Den of Nerds Live. He was talking about, oh yeah, ready for Brian Braddock, man. The Captain Britain, and I'm like, they're not gonna bring in Brian Braddock as Captain Britain. No way, absolutely no way they're gonna do that. I mean, they got Betsy Braddock as Captain Britain right now in the comics. Guarantee you. And sure enough, I mean, hey, let's take a look at it, right? Hey. Anyway, but it's the multiverse. It's the multiverse, so anything could happen. So it really just makes you think, because I've thought a lot about these kinds of things. When you think about it, going to watch some of the movies and everything, like what point did they branch off? Could there be different branches from different events happening? How things happen differently? Like one of the biggest ones I think about is, remember in Avengers Endgame how they did the whole Hydra Cap like kind of homage, where he's there on the elevator and he's Hail Hydra, right? And everybody's in the elevators, their ears perk up and their eyes like, oh, and how like in the theater everybody did the same thing. They're like, oh, right? They did the thing, right? Now, this was back in the Battle of New York, right? And I know there's probably people out there that talked about this before. Probably, like I'm not like the only freaking nerd that probably thought of this, but remember, right as soon as he walked off, he had the scepter, and who'd he bump into? He bumped into himself, right? That in itself, I think, would cause it would be its own branch, because that's not how things happened, right? It would be different. But he was sitting there, and he was fighting himself. And this is where we end up getting Steve-O. Yes. Is it not? Is this not where he would come from? The Hydra Cap? Because, remember they were fighting? And remember he's all like, oh, Bucky's still alive. And he's like, huh? And... And then he punches him, and then he touches him. He hits him with the scepter, and then his eyes go. Remember what was going on with the scepter at that time, right? In 2011, when they had the scepter, and Loki was using it to, possess people. It was using it to bring them under their control, right? He hit himself with it, but him not knowing how to use it. I mean, who is the scepter really? Looking out for, right? I mean, that would be where that Hydra Cap variant basically came from, would it not? I mean, that's just if you ask me. I mean, if you ask me, that's where he was created, was right there in that instance. That is America's ass. Well, he ends up going to become America's ass, right? In case you ever read that in the books. I got him over there. Got him over there. I know, you know what? And a lot of people blame Nick Spencer for all that, but like he was only picking up the pieces that somebody else put out there. He was doing what he had to do with what he had to work with. Like this is what they gave him. They gave him this box. It's the morning show. With stuff in it. And said, here, Nick Spencer, take this box with stuff in it and make something of it. And he'd probably say like, gee, thanks. Well, let's go to work. Oh, dang. Anyway. But But I think that's where Hydra Cap would end up coming in to the MCU from, is through that little like that little instance, because that's what it was doing, is it was kind of making people turn to the bad side. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily make him Hydra, but if he was a bad, like, you know, like at that time, he would end up serving Hydra, you know. But I was also thinking too, you know, we're thinking about what also happened in like the Loki series with all the variants and everything like that, the TVA and all this stuff, the What If getting ready to come out. And I was also thinking, like, if you think about it, how do we know that all those events that happened throughout the Infinity Saga, that we know them, maybe all that's variant and why it's not 616 or whatnot, like it's the MCU universe, you know, its own. I don't know what number that. What universe do they have a number for it? I don't know if they have a number for it. Do they? Somebody smarter than me might know. But the point being is, like, say all of those events were kind of put in place by Kang because that's the way he wanted them, or Immortus in this case, which is kind of the same thing, or He Who Remains, right? I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying, right? And now here's what you're supposed to do. Here's what you're supposed to do when you put out theories, is you just throw everything at the wall. You just take everything, you just throw it. Just throw everything. Any possible crazy thing that you can think of, you throw it at the wall and hope one of them becomes right. So I'm gonna go on with some more theories. And we're just going to put them all out there into the universe. And when one of them becomes right and all the other ones were wrong, and, you know, I'm shooting like 10%, you know, then I can be like, yes. And you'll be like, bro, your batting average, like, you got like 1 out of 10 right, man. And I'll be like, yeah, but I'm right and you were wrong. I'm gonna be a hater. Freaking hater. My theories are good and yours suck. Wait, sorry. I got way too into that. What are we doing? Okay. Let's see. Hey, did you know that Burke the Nerd streams live now at 6 p.m. Eastern on Monday on YouTube now? So if you can, any Trinity Wayne, Niggy, Felicity, Poubelle, Abby, Daniel, Santa, Chillmark, Alloys, everybody in the chat, and more over to Burke's YouTube channel. Yes. Mondays at 6 Eastern. All right. We got you. What did I miss? Had to go into the went into the dispensary. All right. May not be able to make that time. All right. Yeah. You always catch the replay. Sometimes those videos, they need people to catch the replays too. So that's always appreciated, certainly. People going through and watching the replays. Absolutely good stuff. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got for today. Don't really have much else. You know, we went over some comic book stuff here. Talked about went over some of the reviews. Again, we reviewed Elvira Meets Vincent Price, which I thought was a very good book. If you like Elvira, I thought it very much felt the vibe and the feel of the Elvira character. Talked about some cyberpunk books in Blade Runner 2029 and Cyberpunk 2077. If you like cyberpunk, hey, give them a shot. Check them out. Also talked about Out of Body on Aftershock Comics here as well, and even Not All Robots on AWA Upshot. All some very good books that maybe you should get out to your local comic book shop and check out. But that's all I've got for today's video. Thank you all so much for being here today. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe. Click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But while you're at it, make sure that you're here on the live streams and check your Myrtle bit. And tell your friends to come here and hang out with us so they can get their Myrtle bit to get entered into some of these great giveaways that we have going here on the channel, all brought to you by our channel members, the Immortal Myrtle Maniacs. You have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.